No! Alright. Time to get my butt kicked. Oh my god, it won't die. The first one won't die.
Just chill out and watch the master at work, Hive.
What do you mean? We were in our dying animation. Watch the master at work. Dude, the first mob, I couldn't get it to die. Alright, let me turn down the difficulty. I'll try one more time on lower difficulties. Alright. So endgame includes doing whatever else you missed in the game, plus these things, plus nightmare mode. Is nightmare mode like starting the game over on nightmare mode, or do you just like continue the game and crank it up to nightmare mode?
I'm in pursuit. Incapacitated.
Oh my god, this guy. Detonate.
This is getting ridiculous.
Wow, this is actually quite tough. Part of the problem is the timer. It stresses me out.
Expressive.
Arc is charged.
Scrap. Armor's down.
Mines. Wow, 4 hits to kill that little missile thing. Oh, hello. Cruise missile. Wait, what? Did I win or lose? What's happening? What? What? Portal, enemies are resistant to EMP. Portal, every time an enemy is destroyed, all other enemies present are repaired by 20%. Wait, so, like, you continue to another one? I'm not using EMP, so I'll go this way, I guess. Wait, what? Nightmare mode is a difficulty that can be applied to new game or right now. Oh god. Oh god. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't equip items right now? I don't have a lot of confidence in winning this one. I can't change. I can't like equip more healing items. When you enter a rift, you have to use what you have. Okay. I feel like they probably should have said that at some point. So since I went past the first place, did I lose everything I earned in the first one? Since I didn't cash out, or do you still keep it? Or do you get half or something? The downside of that laser is it's short range. Yeah, it was not very useful in there. The other thing would have been better, probably. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Wait a minute, I have nanobots again. Oh, are consumables you used in there not permanently consumed? You only get a reward if you get through 4 waves. Oh, wow. So, sounds like something to do maybe when level 30, and I am level 20... What am I? Like 24? 23, something like that? Where's my goddamn level? Well, I'm not 25, because I don't have that. It says at the top right. Thank you. What are the perks that we don't have yet? Reflect 30% of incoming damage back. 50% increased crit hit chance when attacking someone whose movement is impaired. Every second, gain 5% increased secondary weapon damage, stacking up to 6 times, resets when taking damage. Secondary, so you could get more damage on the cruise missile. Ride the lightning. Killing an enemy while your shield is up generates a lightning orb that will circle your ship for 20 seconds. Incoming attacks consume the orb, damaging the attacker for a percentage of your max shield capacity and applying EMP. Upon reaching max 5 orbs, gain unlimited boost energy and 30% increased fire rate. After your ult expires, your primary weapons remain charged with ancient energy, increasing their damage by 20% and allowing them to pierce shields and armor. Up to 15-second duration, depending on ult energy spent. Okay. Symphony of Destruction, destroying an enemy with a critical hit, causes their energy core to discharge and deal damage equivalent to blah 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 of their max hull in a large radius. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, well, let's see, how do you adjust the difficulty? Game difficulty. Nightmare is now there. Yeah, I see it. And we did it on normal. So there's very easy, easy, normal, hard, very hard, nightmare. At least the song someone was listening to 80s melodies when they made this. Your ult is refilled, consumables, rear stick, I think tiers are kept. Alright, well shoot, I guess that's the end of it. It was a fun ride. I did not expect to finish this tonight, but yeah, I didn't realize how close we were to the end. I'm not sure. I'm thinking like before I did the 3 hours of farming, if I could have beaten those final bosses, and I think maybe, but it would have been really rough. So it's definitely a lot easier after doing that, because I was able to take some hits. Let's review. So, Everspace 2. I never played Everspace 1. You definitely don't have to play Everspace 1 to enjoy this game. I'm not even like super, into the genre of like, flying spacecraft and stuff. I think I've played 2 games where you fly spaceships in the last 5 years. The other one was Chorus. But this is still really fun. I mean, honestly, if you just describe the systems to me without showing me the game, I would think it's an action RPG. You've got a lot of levels that are randomly generated, like the distress calls and stuff like that pulls from like a pool of tile sets. You take out the enemies, they've got, randomly generated loot that's got orange, randomly generated stats from a pool of stuff. And it's very much got like an action RPG formula, but, skinned over with a spaceship game. The story was really cool. I wish the cutscenes hadn't had those moments where they were really laggy. I think that's the only thing I can immediately think of that was kind of like a bug, where some of the cutscenes were just super, super like choppy. Aside from that, the story was pretty good. I'm impressed by their ability to tell a story, like a pretty good story, while we were in a spaceship the whole time. Like, there was like plenty of moments where the person left the ship, but it just did it via cutscene, or like you would dock and it would just say it happened, and then that was it. That was really good. The music was a banger. I was constantly like jamming as we were flying through space and stuff like that. Like, that was absolutely awesome. Also, how is this region still unknown? What is this? Is this like nightmare stuff? Like, I've been to every single universe here except Atheon. We briefly went to Keon. That's when we got banished there. I think we've got a rip that goes there if I was going to go back, but I never went here. Future DLC. Okay, so no one's gone there? Alright. So, as for the rest of the game, there's no way to get there right now. Okay, see, that threw me off. That's one of the reasons I thought that I wouldn't be finishing this tonight. I thought I had a whole nother system to go, but that's fine. Yeah, impressed by their ability to tell a story. Graphics were great. The music was amazing. The sound design was great. The customization was cool. One of the only negative things I'd have to say about it is I feel like the jumps in power for levels were too much. And when I say that, I mean like when you level, the stats you gain from when you level, and then when you get new equipment for that level, the damage increases were insane. Like, near the end there, when I went from like, level 21 weapons to 22 and 22 to 23, my damage doubled, and then it doubled again. Like, that was, I feel like that's way too much. Like, if they I doubt they will, but in my own personal taste, I feel like the jumps in power for each of those levels should have been like maybe 5%, maybe 10%, but not 50 to 100%. The power gains were so much that if you were level 21 and doing like a level 25 quest, it felt so bad. It felt really bad. And on the topic of stuff that feels bad, the that final boss fight where he was indestructible and you had to pick up the bomb and throw it back at him, I could totally see a lot of people Googling, what the hell am I supposed to do here, and not realizing it. And then at the same time, you have to like run into a bomb and catch it and throw it back at him while you're moving at like 15% of your usual speed because you were so hampered there by the field that was going on. That whole phase simply was not fun. The whole thing was just absolutely amazing up until that point. That really kind of took the wind out of the sails. But the other 95% of the story was quite enjoyable. There are 20 legendaries too. It's to collect them all if you wish to do rifts. They mentioned Atheon's not explorable, but ended with for now. You should try Web Disrupt Cruise Missile. That setup is OP. Web Disrupt and Cruise Missile. Yeah, I was just using damage, and damage, but I still really enjoyed it. Also, I didn't even try all the ships. I was drawn to the big old girthy ships. I used the gunship for a while. I used the starter ship, the gunship, the drone ship, and the bomber during my run. I didn't try the others out, so it's nice that there's a lot of those for customization as well. Lenzius, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate that. There's still more side quests out there too. Oh yeah, there's tons of them. But yeah, in short, I do feel like this game is worth it. This is a $50 game. It was very fun, even if you're not someone super into the genre, and there is a ton of gameplay to do. Let's see, how long did it take me to get to this point? It took me 32 hours to get here, and there is still so much I could do. Plus, I could play it on Nightmare. Plus, I could do the Rift things that we just looked at. I could easily see someone who really enjoys this putting over 100 hours into it. In a way, it reminds me of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Because it's like you could beat the game in 30 to 50 hours, but if you wanted to do all the side stuff too, if you just really enjoy it, that's another 100. That easily, in that regard, it feels like that. I'm already over 100? Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely going to give it a very good review, and I'll mention the power jumps when leveling. I didn't really like that because it was just like I was playing a spaceship game, and then when I would suddenly run into an enemy that one-shots me, and then I see it's because of its level, it felt bad. It was just like, oh, now I just have to go grind arbitrary XP and stuff and come back here, which is, ugh. Yeah, that feeling never feels fun. I just had to deal with that with Octopath Traveler. But yeah, this is a very fun game, and if they do like a DLC or something, I might stop back into it. Other than that, probably the other content I'll just dabble with off stream on my own time. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.